once upon a time, the world looketh down upon everybody, and saith, what do we need but the hungriest of hippos? And the world responded with, do you mind? Shut up, you're so loud. Sorry about that, my faucet is leaky. I bought hungry hippos. You might notice that I'm in a different place than normal. Things might look a little weird, or not super great quality, or sound super great. Because I'm still figuring out the space, which is very huge, of my new apartment. I bought this in quarantine because I went to the grocery store, because it's one of the only places I'm allowed, and for some reason they started selling games. I don't know why. And they had Hungry Hippos and some other like 90s-esque games. And of course I got Hungry Hippos. This was one of the games growing up that I saw everywhere and I never got. I thought, hey, yes, I could play this with Allie, but we have so many other videos we could do together. Why would I play Hungry Hippos with Allie when I could play with my dog? Yes, that's what I thought. I said, what better way to break in my brand new apartment than to play Hungry Hippos with my dog? But I thought, hey, I know what she's gonna do. She's gonna see the balls rolling around and she's gonna think, hey, noms for me, and she's fast. She is quick. So I thought I would make a two-part video, one part showing you guys how to make some homemade dog treats that you can use to play Hungry Hippos with your dog. My dog, the hungriest hippo of them all, am I right? And then I will do a video where I play Hungry Hippos with my dog with my homemade dog treats. Is this what hipsters do? Please don't tell me that I've fallen into hipsterdom. I'm gonna like Google after this specific thing, and if even one video comes up and that person is wearing a fedora, I'm gonna have to just shut everything down. All you're gonna need is just oatmeal, peanut butter, and then ground cinnamon. A bowl to mix everything in. You'll also need water, but I mean like you got a faucet in your house, right? Like worst case scenario, you go next door to the neighbors and you use the hose. It's still water, it's the same thing. So you're gonna need 1 1/4 cup of your oats. And like, I would say, everything I saw didn't specify, like you couldn't use steel cut oats, but they all were like, just use oats. So I don't know if it's safe to use steel cut oats. I'm assuming you could probably Google it within 3 seconds like I could have done to inform you, but where's the fun in that? Why don't you do some of the work too, okay? Now you're gonna wanna combine these two items, your peanut butter and your cinnamon, and your water together, and you're gonna mix all that together and then like slowly add the oats in. You might be also thinking to yourself, Katie, why would I buy a whole thing of ground cinnamon just for dog treats? I'll buy them at the store. Why don't you actually do something for your dog besides being a garbage person? I'm sorry, I don't know why this is my personality, and now that I live alone, it's really just flourishing. Also, you use this for French toast afterwards, obviously, because you should be eating breakfast at least twice a day. We're going to add in our peanut butter first, which our peanut butter is going to be 3/4 of a cup. Jeez, jingle, why aren't you? Seriously, look at this journey we're going on. This is what I'm gonna do in this video. I'm gonna be kind for the rest of the video. Because really, every time I yell at you guys, I'm really just yelling at myself. So why don't I show myself and you a little bit of love and a little bit less verbal harassment. I knew that this was going to incorporate peanut butter in some way. I was actually pretty surprised that a dog could have cinnamon. For some reason, I just assumed all spices were bad for dogs, but apparently not. Apparently we're good there. So, and the only reason I'm adding these in this way is just because I didn't want to plop everything in here on top of the water, so that's just why I'm putting the water in last. There's no like fucking reason you have to put the water in last. Let's be honest. Maybe you should be putting the water in first. What do I know about cooking? This isn't even cooking. I'm not even using any type of heat difference. Actually, that's a lie. There will be heat difference later. I'm lying a lot in this video. So now I'm just gonna start adding in my oats a little bit at a time. In case I didn't get it, because my camera shut off. game that you always saw on TV and like those awesome freaking commercials in the 90s or like the early 2000s where you wanted to play it and you never got a chance? Like mine was obviously this one, but there was also another one where it was like a bucket and like there were butterflies in the top of his head and like he would turn on and they would fly around and you had to catch the butterflies. I don't remember what that was called. But yeah, maybe that's something I'll play with my dog too. I don't know what I'm gonna make fly, but now you're going to make the little balls and make them whatever size you want, but I need them hippo ball size because we are playing Hungrier Than the Hungriest of Hippos. Next video. It's like that big, super tiny, like a gumdrop, so my dog is a German Shepherd. But she has adapted very well to the city. I remember I took her to Baltimore about a year ago and she was like very like, what the fuck is all these noises? So I was a little bit nervous about that, but she's adapted very well and she's a city dog right now. Cool. So this is what I have. I have one container of tiny little balls and one container of big balls. And you can decide which size preference you like more when you make your balls. You're gonna wanna chill these so that they kind of harden up so they're a little bit easier to eat, but I'm sure they would like to eat them like this too. I need to do it just so they don't stick to the Hungry Hippos thing, but other than that, you would normally just keep them in the refrigerator anyways. Otherwise, they will go bad very fast. So I'm gonna chill these, let them harden a little bit, and you'll actually see me at a different time for the end of this video in a different outfit because I'm not doing the Hungry Hippos game today because I have previous engagements. So good morrow. Stay classy. Also, Allie and I are still going to be doing videos together. Obviously, sometimes I'll probably go visit her. She's about an hour away from me now.